Grace and peace. I had to come back in here. I don't know what's going on with the connection, but I'm here. I am here. I am here. Here's some Palo Santo for you. Just move out the atmosphere. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you notice, the title says, why not you? Why not you? What does that mean when I say, why not you? Why not you? Sometimes we take things so personally that we go through in life and, we think we are exempt from experiencing certain things, but we have to remember that we go through certain things so we can grow. A lot of the things that I'm going to talk about today will probably be things that I've talked about before, but I'm just bringing a different perspective to those things. I'm going to tell you, life isn't easy. Not at all. Life isn't easy. We go through so many things constantly, and really right now with being in the age of Aquarius, and there's a lot going on in the cosmos right now with the lunar eclipse, the full moon, different things like that. So a lot of us are experiencing a lot of different energies. I just got done speaking to someone who was saying, I knew things were going to be great. I knew there was a lot of things that were going to be happening. I'm looking for utopia. I'm looking for all that. But I didn't know that it was going to come with a high cost. Yes, it is coming with a high cost because there are a lot of things that we are unlearning and unpacking. A lot of things that we thought were the way and they are not the way. So for a lot of us, we are experiencing a lot of shock because we are realizing that, how I used to think before is not conducive to what it means to be great. What I used to think before is not conducive to being a master at that in which I am trying to obtain and learn. So I have to unpack and release some things. And a lot of times what's happening right now for a lot of us is that I know for me, I'll speak for myself, and I'm only saying us because I've spoken to a few people who I know are experiencing some of this. A lot of times life is happening with us without us even doing anything about it. I know I used to go on here a lot and I used to post stuff and I'm getting rid of this person and this energy, I don't need it and it's no longer serving me. Well, hell, life is just happening and I'm finding out and realizing that what doesn't serve me is just popping up. It's just like, ooh, I didn't expect that to happen. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I asked for this to happen in my life. However, things are happening purposely on my behalf because Spirit and the ancestors and God and everybody else who knows that I am great and they see my light, they like, oh, it's game time now, baby. You can't do nothing about it if you wanted to. Take this, take that. I feel like every single time I turn around, there's something new happening in my life. And I'm saying to myself, whoa, wait a minute. Why me? Well, the real question is, why not me? Huh? Because a lot of times I personally have lived my life being subpar. Being subpar. What does that mean? It means allowing myself just to take what I can get. No, it's time to live in that freedom authentically. Someone told me yesterday, someone really dear to my heart said to me, you know what you remind me of? They said, you remind me of a bird that's in a cage and the key is already unlocked, but you're afraid to fly. You're afraid to release yourself. You're afraid to give yourself permission just to fly out the damn cage. We're so used to being in bondage and enslaved that when the opportunity, like now, when it comes for us to release ourselves and emancipate ourselves from being so stuck and locked up, we don't even want to take it. We're afraid to take it because it looks too much like right. What is that? What is that? It feels too much like wrong, we should say. It's wrong to feel freedom. It's wrong to have peace. I made a post that I didn't make a post, but I shared a post and someone said, there's no such thing as boredom. When you think you're bored, that's really what peace is. But people don't experience peace so much that they think they're bored. A whole lot of nothingness happening and you're bored. You rather have chaos and drama going on in your life. You just rather have all of that because it's easier, why? Because you're used to it. You understand that energy. You understand it. Then when peace comes and everything is trying to, matter of fact, let's back up just a little bit. Peace ain't there all the way yet. You're actually working in that energy to obtain your peace. Me, for example, I'm in a place, I've already made up my mind to do a few things in my life, and I'm making some decisions. I've already made the decision, but in making a decision, you got to make other decisions that are attached to this decision and that decision, just to what? Get to that in which you have intended to get to. I'm intentional. I have an intentional goal. That means I have to let go of a few things, and I have to change the dynamic of a few things. And my environment has not yet caught up with where my heart is. And so it's like, oh, wait a minute. There's so much going on. No, stay focused on my first intention is what I have to tell myself. So with that being said, I know peace is coming. As a matter of fact, it's already there. But it's still a whole lot of chaos. I share with my group. I have this group, the T Experience, and I share with my group about the Red Sea and about Exodus. I don't know if many of you know the story about Exodus, but what happens is, people they were enslaved for thousands of years. Moses and Aaron, they take their staff and they put it down at the water at the Red Sea, and the water parts. They're walking through the Red Sea. They ain't made it all the way to freedom yet. They ain't made it all the way to where they're trying to get to yet. But it's just like, ooh, I'm walking and everything seems a little rocky and crazy around me. And I ain't gonna say rocky. It's just a whole lot of water. Let me hurry up and stay focused and let me get through this. Because if I worry about everything that's happening around me, this water just gonna crash and swallow me up and I'm going to drown. But you have to stay focused so you don't get caught up in the midst of the Red Sea when it comes back together. Because if you're not prepared, you're going to get swallowed up with that water. You have to keep going and stay focused on that thing. And I know it may seem as if I'm going a little back and forth because I got the guys, they're speaking to me and I hear different things going and popping off in my mind in this experience. I'm going to tell you, stay focused on the Exodus. Stay focused on emancipating yourself. Stay focused on the freedom. Stay focused on the journey. Stay focused on that and which is before you. Don't look down at the bottom. Don't look up. Don't look here. Stay focused and stay focused on that very important thing because you are traveling and you are journeying and you are getting through that thing. So why am I saying it? I'm saying it is because sometimes even though we are working through the process of our freedom and our emancipation, we are still experiencing turmoil. We think just because we made up our mind that everything should be peachy for us. That is not the case because you have to unlearn and unpack and get rid of and say adios and mwah, 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 I love you and thank you and all of that. So all your experiences in the Piscean age, all of that judgment, all of the ways that we used to think and feel. We want utopia. Yes, it's here for us. It's coming. However, you have to unlearn and get rid of certain things and stay focused on the fact that it is coming for you. Does this make sense? I don't even know who's on here. Facebook is so different. They don't even let me see who coming in. I don't see no comments. I don't see nothing. This is the second time this didn't happen to me since I didn't got on Facebook to have a conversation. Now, I may feel like I'm having a conversation with myself, but I don't care because I'm used to myself. I'm used to sitting here thinking and bouncing off ideas and saying, spirit, what's next for me? I'm used to that. I'm just sharing that with y'all. And if somebody out here listening, that's good too. But if you ain't, hopefully you watch it on the replay if it calls to your spirit. Let me tell y'all something. I love you out here. And I know that a lot of people are experiencing a lot of turmoil. But if you made up in your mind that you are emancipating yourself and that you are freeing yourself and that you are looking towards freedom, looking at freedom, we should be so close right now to utopia that we actually see freedom. See, at first we couldn't see it because it was a whole lot of water and it seemed like it was so distant from us. It seems so. I like to look at it like this for myself. I'm sitting at the ocean, I'm on the sand, and all the water is there. I can't see nothing but ocean. All I see, actually the ocean is actually merging with the sky itself. I don't even know what's out there. But I told myself, I want to see what's all the way back there. There's a possibility of something being different back there. I need to see what's back there. I got to see what's back there and over here and over there because this one spot I'm in, I don't want to stay in this spot. And so when I said it, took my staff, put it down, spirit parts the sea. I walked through, and at first it's like, why I make this decision? Why I make this decision to do this, and then I just keep walking and walking and walking and walking, despite how fearful it is, despite how scary it is, despite how uncomfortable it is. I just keep walking, and when I walk, I notice that I'm going further and further and further and further down this journey. As a matter of fact, my ancestors are pushing me, and they're helping me, and they're assisting me, and they're telling me to get rest when I need to get rest. They're restoring me when I need to be restored. I'm feeling rejuvenated. I'm ready to go again. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I don't understand, but I know I'm staying focused. Now I'm at this place where I actually see. I'm closer to that place that I've never seen before. As a matter of fact, if I turn around, but you ain't supposed to turn around, because if you turn around, you might turn into a pillar of salt. But if I were to turn around, we're just going to do it just because it is. I can't even see what's back there because I came so far. I've journeyed way further towards the right direction. And so I see the possibilities. So I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe they brought me this far to leave me. Peace is before me. I see it. If you are there, almost at the finish line, this ain't time for you to stop. Because once you get there and you keep pressing and going with that tunnel vision, as soon as you step foot on that new land, actually you already been on new land. As you journey through, you were already on some newness. But to that destination, to that place that you're supposed to be at, the water then gonna come back. You ain't gonna be able to get back if you wanted to get back. You are going to be there experiencing life in a new form, in a new way. Give yourself the opportunity to be able to see life a little bit differently, because what you've been looking at right now, honey, it is not helping you. And I don't know who this is for, because earlier, y'all know when I go through my little Facebook status rants and I'm always talking and talking and talking. First of all, I'm gonna say Daisha was talking to herself, but I know when I'm talking to myself, I am also talking to somebody else out there as well who may be experiencing what I'm experiencing. And when you give yourself that opportunity to see something different, trust me, it is going to be a decision that you are not going to regret. Don't have yourself in a time and space where you are asking yourself, what would have happened? What could have happened if I made that decision for yourself? It should be, this happened because I chose me. That's what it should be. This is happening merely because I chose myself. I traveled. I did this work. So why not me? Yeah, it is not easy. No one said it was going to be easy, but why not me? So many times, listen, this is going to be a little bit, I didn't really think I was going to go this deep, but Spirit told me something this new day. Spirit said, hey, Daisha, remember when you were younger and you experienced all of that abuse, that sexual abuse and all that kind of stuff? That was hard, wasn't it? Yeah, Spirit, that was really, really challenging, Spirit. That was hard to be an adult and realize certain things that happened to me as a kid. And then that was hard when you found yourself in relationships with different people and they were doing the same shit to you, just in different forms. Abuse and being disrespectful and being rude and being this and being all of that. That was hard, wasn't it, baby? Yeah, Spirit, that was hard. It was hard being emotionally deprived and loved. It was hard, wasn't it? Yeah, Spirit, that was hard. That was hard, Spirit. But Spirit said, guess who was the main person in the situation? That it was you. All of that happened for you, not to you. It happened for you. It happened for you because of those situations. You were able to look at yourself as the common denominator in the situation and understand that you could choose you at the end of the day versus living out of all of the pain that was projected and all of the pain that you accepted. Again, I said you accepted. Again, Daisha accepted it. But what happened when Daisha said, I no longer have to accept this no more? guess what? I emancipated myself, and I realized that I can make choices, and I realized that I didn't have to live out of that victimhood mentality. I realized that that only was just an illusion just for me to see me. Let's talk about that Facebook status that I put out there. Yeah, hurting people hurt others. I didn't hurt a lot of people in my life. A whole lot of people in my life. I have hurt a lot of people in my life because I was hurting and I was unhealed. So I made a whole lot of unhealed decisions in my life. And I also said in that post, but guess what? I'd rather be around people who actually understand that they hurt a lot of people in their lives too because they were unhealed. Not to sit in our unhealed energy, but they realize it because now that I realize that I understand that there was a reason for why I was hurt to begin with. And there was a reason why I was hurting other people as well. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go a little bit deeper about what I'm talking about. Now you got two unhealed people who are aware that they are unhealed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It don't even matter. I'm talking about our circles and our tribe. People who are, we dealing with some unhealed stuff. But guess what? I ain't gonna give you my unhealed stuff no more because you become a reflection of me. Now I realize I see me in the way that you treated me, and I hope you see you in the way that you treated me. So let me take a look at all this stuff. Let me take ownership for the things that I need to take ownership for. Let me release the things that I must release as well, because at the end of the day, all of that shit, all of that hurt, that abuse, all that kind of stuff, that wasn't nothing but an illusion, because I'm sitting here now as a 45-year-old woman. I don't feel nobody touching me. I don't feel nobody hitting me. I don't feel nobody doing none of that stuff to me. Matter of fact, I don't hear nobody talking crazy to me and disrespecting me no more, not now in this hour. I may have experienced that, but that is not where I am now. So to hold on to the pain of that thing is an illusion in this moment. No one is saying that that has never happened to me. Yes, that's my experience, but why do I need to hold on to it and live in that energy right now when I'm not in that situation physically? So it is an illusion right now. It is nothing but a memory right now. So I needs to tell my subconscious mind, I needs to say, hey, you homie, you needs to shut the fuck up, because I'm not there right now. Right now, I'm standing here strong and resilient. Right now, I understand that that happened to me. Why? Because I understand that that hurt me. So I don't want to hurt other people who then come into my life, because hurting people hurt others. So they should look at yourself. What can you do to change yourself to be sure that you are doing nothing but serving out love when you need to serve out love? I also said something too that Spirit gave me. We also are the server of pain, and we are the receiver of pain sometimes too. I have been both. Now, since I have been both, then that means that allows me to see something from a different perspective to those that have hurt me. So then guess what is able to be formed at this time? Forgiveness is able to be formed at this time, because that means that I understand that what people did to me had everything to do with them being hurt. So I'm not going to take it personal. I'm going to say, I release you, homie. I'm good, because I know you hurt me because somebody hurt you. We got to stop this cycle. Did you get where I'm coming from when I said that? We got to stop this cycle, because we want people to take ownership for our hurt and our scars and our pain and all of those things. The only person who can own the experience of that. Notice I said the experience, because you are not your scar, your hurt, and your harm, and your pain. You experience that thing. You are disconnected from that thing. The problem is that we commit ourselves to that experience, and so we make that experience who we are. And that experience has never been Daisha. However, it was Daisha because I decided to own the experience and attach myself to the experience. And then I often would say, well, why why me? Well, you, because that situation brought you to this time and space right now where you can say, I say space. Oh, I get it. Now I understand the bigger picture of life. Now I understand what life is really, truly all about. We have so many people on this planet and diverse people here. Why? Because we are supposed to help assist each other. Sometimes our assistance is hurting each other, unfortunately. Sometimes our assistance is holding the pain from one another, unfortunately. However, if you understand it on a spiritual level, you will see that experience is really there to make you a bigger person, to understand that we are a bigger part of the whole. Because if you are me and I am you, then we are one. Let's look at the bigger body of love. Some call that God, some call that the universe, some call that the cosmos and all of that. But let's look at the bigger body of love. I am the eye of God. You are also the eye. Amani's on here. You could be the other eye of God. Padilla could be the nose of God. All of us are a different place, a different cell. God is made up of all kinds of different pieces, and it is limitless, and it is all one body. So when I if I were to tell Mama Amani, I don't like you, and you are this, and you are that, and da, I am really just blinding my own eye to see, because what? Now I'm self-sabotaging the body of God, as a whole, as the existence of all that is. I am self-sabotaging all that is versus saying, Mama Amani, I see something in you. Well, let's reverse it, because I want to always talk about myself. What if Mama Amani wanted to say to me, Daisha, I see something in you that needs to be changed. It needs to be healed. I said, Pat, it needs to be healed. You need to look at yourself from a different light, because we as a bigger body want to be able to see effectively. We don't need any scar wounds on the body of God, the universe, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it. It is all one big clump of a thing. So I'm not separated from you. I'm not separated from those who have hurt me. I am not separated from those who have disrespected me. I am not separated from those who don't want to see me make it, even in the midst of their knowingness, of unknowing, I should say, that we are one. I am still one and connected with them. What does that mean? It means that I will just simply meditate and pray and keep vibrating and keep being the best me that I can be. Because if we understand how life also works too, let's look at life. We can start out, let's take weight loss, for example. Because that's always a good one, because everyone always cares about what they look like. And Spirit is telling me to use this as an example. Oh, I want to lose weight because I'm overweight and I just want to look great. I want people to look at me and say, oh, you're just so beautiful and all that you are. You may start out saying, I'm going to eat a salad every single day. I'm going to juice every single day. And then the more and more that you work that thing, then you change your mind and you realize it's not about the salad. Oh man, it's about how I feel about myself. It is about my mental. It is about how I think about myself, because I can buy all of these groceries for a salad every single day, but if my mental is not right, then what's going to happen? I'm not even going to make the salad. So, let me focus on my mental. Let me start worrying about my mental health. Maybe I should go to counseling. Maybe I should pray. Maybe I should meditate. Maybe I should journal. Maybe I should do all of these things. And then it went from something that started to weight loss to something that says, I got to get my mental. Then you get your mental together. Then you say, now I can buy groceries. Now I can make this salad. Now I can do that. Oh, that's great. Oh, but I better get my physical together too. And you know what? That food that I thought that used to be good for me, it's not even good for me anymore. I don't even want to eat it anymore. Now I want to eat things that make me feel good, because fruits and vegetables are more vibrational, highly vibrational for me. It's going to make me feel better. And you go on and on and on, and you learn more and 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 more about yourself. But it started out as something really simple that you thought that you wanted. And that was weight loss. You thought you wanted to look good in that dress so you can finally find your man, your partner. It ain't even about that. Spirit used that opportunity as a way to get you to see you. Now, let's bring this together. Spirit saying, bring it together now. Now that I understand that means that my energy is expanding, right? So even if Mama Amani in this eye, the body of God, is not doing what she maybe should be called to do to heal certain parts parts of herself, if I am expanding that energy has no choice but to come over and flow over. She is not even going to be able to vibrate in the body of God anymore. Why? Because I am growing and expanding, or vice versa. And so the body of God is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Higher and higher and higher, shifting and shifting and shifting and shifting. All things are working for our greatest good at all times, because if I heal me, then that means that it is going to be a ricochet effect. And everybody who is next to me, they are going to heal too. But I'm not going to enable anyone to not heal. How do we enable people to not heal? When we don't heal ourselves. That is how we enable people to not heal. When we do not keep them accountable for their own space. We can save space for them, but when we don't do the work for ourselves, because see, it has nothing, no thing, not one daggone thing to do about anybody, to do with anybody. It is always you. It is always Daisha at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with anybody else. But if I make a conscious decision to be intentional about being all that I can be and staying connected to spirit, guess what? Everybody else around me ain't got no choice but to shift or move on out the way. I ain't got to do no work on nobody. I ain't got to make no announcements to nobody. I don't need to make any announcements, nor do I need to ask for any permission. I am just sitting here vibrating, saying, ooh, spirit, show me something new about myself. Ooh, spirit, ooh, I don't need that no more. No longer serves me. Ooh, spirit, I just want to be greater. I just want to vibrate. I want to be in your presence at all times. Oh my God. And it is the best feeling ever, even in the midst of the storm. Even when I have to ask the questions, oh my God, why am I experiencing this? And the more that I just keep vibrating, the less and less I ask that question on why I have to experience it. Actually, I begin to say, I give thanks that I am experiencing it even at all. Because in this experience, it's showing me something new about myself that I never gave myself the opportunity or chance to even see. And now I have been gifted with an amazing opportunity to see me, and it's a beautiful thing. Without certain situations taking place in our lives, we would not be able to see ourselves. So it is a blessing. Yeah, you may be crying at night. Yeah, you may feel by yourself. Yeah, you may say, well, when is such and such or anybody ever going to love me? Well, I'm going to tell you, they're going to love when you start loving yourself. When you start loving yourself and stop looking outside of yourself for love, that is when someone is going to show up, and it is not going to take very long for them to show up either. It is going to show up lightning fast, because you are energy and you are currency and you are a magnet, whether you like it or not, which means anything that is vibrating at that energy is going to automatically start attaching itself to you. Everything that you are attaches itself to you, because we are one body, whether you like it or not. We are one body. And when you become a magnet of authenticity, thank you, Spirit. Let's talk about being a magnet of authenticity. What that means is I'm not trying to be a magnet to anything in particular at all, but who I am. I'm not trying to show up as anyone else. I'm not trying to paint a picture as anyone else. I'm standing in all my vulnerability, good, bad, indifferent, according to whoever else's mind, perception, or whatever. I'm showing up and I am being myself. With that being said, everyone who can vibrate in this energy space is going to show up in my space. Everyone who is not a vibrational magnetic match for that will fall off. It's that simple. It is that simple. We sit and say, well, why are we going through this? And why is this person in my life? Because, honey, there is something in you that is drawing them there. Whether you like it or not. This is fact. You are made up of frequency, energy, and energy will only vibrate where it is conducted. Look, there's copper. I love copper because it is an energy conductor. Energy flows through it. It's going to go where it needs to go. And electroforming this ring. Copper is only going to go on this gemstone. Where I say it can go. Where it is a vibrational match. I had to design this ring as such and say, copper, I only want you to go here. I'm only going to form and create this ring in a particular manner that I want all, you can only go here, but you can't go all right here. Because what? This part of this ring is a vibrational match. So when I put it in my electroforming tank, guess what? Copper said that it can go to, because I had connection. Yeah, come on, connection. It tried to go out, but we back. I had to paint copper. I had to use a conductive paint on the areas in which I wanted it to flow to on here. And because I said so, because I said you are only a vibrational match right here, then the copper only went here. I didn't put paint here. What am I saying? What I am saying to you is whatever you are showing up as, however you are painting your world and creating your world, everything that is coming to you is going to attach to that in which you said it can attach to, whether you do it intentionally or not. Because you are frequency and you are energy. And every single time you wake up, you jump out into an electroforming tank. And y'all know I'm an electroforming artist, so I can speak from that measure. And I'm looking at it that way. You jump out and put yourself in a place of a tank. I'm a jewelry designer. It's this tank if you're not privy. And I put my pieces in this tank. And I say, now go on and copper, go on and go all on the pieces that I said that you can go on. So every single day we jump out into this tank, this world, and we talk to everyone, and we're being designed in a certain way based off of the people we're attracting to, and we're going to show out a certain way just because we said so. Hope this makes sense. If you don't know about the electroporing process, it just might not, and that is okay, but hopefully you're still picking it up because you chose. You choose every morning. Every morning you open up your eyes and you say to yourself, I am just a beautiful, divine, feminine queen. I'm a goddess and nothing can come my way that is not for my greatest good. I love myself. I am beautiful. I deserve to be happy. And I want all things happy in my life. I want to wake up today and I want to just see everything that looks like God, honey. You're going to walk outside your house and all you're going to see is that very thing because you fine-tuned your frequency to accept that thing. But the moment that you wake up and say, oh, I am blah, 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 and that you can tell what that meant just by the energy itself. You should have been able to feel that frequency was of fear. That frequency was of insecurity. That frequency was of not feeling worthy of myself. You can tell by my face, honey, everything that is a vibrational match for that is going to show up in my space for that. So when we say, well, why me? It's you because it's the world that you created for yourself. You are the author and the finisher of all that you experience. Even when bad things come your way, you still have the ability to what? Transmute that. You still have the ability to say, I don't have to experience this that way. Before I used to maybe, got into my feelings, but right now I'm going to choose to see this as something that is going to help me, something that I am going to be able to grow from, something that I'm going to be able to see something more special about myself. So, I'm using this as an opportunity to be greater. I'm using this as an opportunity to fine tune myself so I can see who I am, so I can see myself as source sees me. That right there, that is perspective. Perspective matters. Now you may say, well, how do I get to that place? Because everything I see, my perspective is my reality, and my reality has been pretty shitty. I get it. My reality was shitty in the past. My reality, even currently, is kind of shitty to some aspects. But guess what? I don't look at the shit. I see what the shit is doing for me. I don't see it as me being all engulfed in the shit. I see the shit as saying, ooh, I'm growing from this thing. big difference. That means that I see power within myself. It means that I see myself a little bit differently. It means that I see myself as having the ability to get myself out of any situation that I am in. And that is only through my vibration. That is only through me making a choice to say, I am emancipating myself and I am walking through this Red Sea. And it may be hard as I tread, but it's still all good. I even posted today about Harriet Tubman. She couldn't read or write. We have the liberty right now of taking our phones and saying, oh, what address do we want to put in? Oh, I want to go to 123 Freedom Street. And our phones and electronics and even our cars will tell us 123 Freedom Street, and it'll direct us every turn. Make a right turn here, go straight. As a matter of fact, it'll even make us privy to what's happening 500 miles away, 1,000 miles away. You're going to be on this road for 1,000 miles, by the way. And after 1,000 miles, you're going to have to make a left-hand turn. But what happens when you say to yourself, I want to emancipate myself? I don't know where that is. Matter of fact, I don't even know how to read. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how to write. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a map outside of myself. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a GPS thing that I can type in and say, what does freedom look like? Because you've never experienced freedom. You don't even know where it is, what it looks like, what it tastes like, what it feels like. Guess what's going to tell you? Your heart is going to tell you, because on the inside of you is your soul, and your soul is your map, your inner map, and it will navigate you accordingly. Your third eye, which is your intuition, your third eye, which is the lamp unto your feet and the light unto your path, will show you where to go. You may not be privy, by the way, to what's going to happen 1,000 miles by the way. Oh, what's gonna come up 1,000 miles from here? Hell, you don't even know, because spirit don't work like that all the time. Spirit's not going to give you all the details all the time to what's going to show up. But you best believe there's a scripture in the Bible that I've been loving on. I am a tree planted by the water, and my roots are going out into the streams. That means when it's heated outside, when there's a drought, where there's anything happening, because my roots are planted in the water, I'm still going to grow green leaves. I am never going to go dry, which means spirit is always going to have my back, whether I know what's coming before me or not. As a matter of fact, there's also something written in that book, which some of y'all don't like, but I like to use it because it encourages me, by the way. It says, I will send hornets out before you. It doesn't say I'll send hornets out behind you. I'll send hornets out before you. So whatever is going to come your way to try to trip you up, them hornets going to get it before you even get there. So fear not. I got your back. Call it your ancestors. That's what I choose to call mine. I call it whatever I need to call it. But I'm going to tell you, I don't need to know what's going to happen in front of me. All I know is where I'm sitting at right now. All I know is what my heart is vibrating. All I know is what is saying, what is being said to me in my spirit. All I know is what is happening when I close my eyes in this hour, in the age of Aquarius, and all the visions and everything that we're having, the energy that we're feeling from all the different planets that are helping to assist us. I know they exist, and I know that it is helping me. I have assistance. I don't have to know everything, but I have assistance. I don't have to see it with my own two eyes. I have to feel it in my heart. It is about the heart. It is about the heart, your soul. You, the inner part of you, never deny that place ever again, Daisha, is what I tell myself, because sometimes we go through so many things and we go through it for so long because we say, well, why am I oh my God, I wish I would have paid attention. I wish I would have made this decision a long time ago. Hey, you didn't need to make decisions you made a long time ago. You made them when you made them, and that's okay. And it means so much more because you had to go through the storm. But guess what? I know now that I'll never deny what's here. I know now that I'll never not listen to the Holy Spirit, my third eye, the indigo part of myself. I'll never deny what I feel ever again in my life, because I had to experience what it felt like to be a slave. And I also had to experience what it's like to walk through this Red Sea, huh? I did experience that. And guess what? I ain't never putting myself in that place ever again to not know what Daisha knows. You got to know what you know. And when you know what you know, you got to honor what you know, whether the people around you know it or not. Sometimes they know it. They just hope you don't end up knowing it. They just hope you don't end up knowing it sometimes. People see us. They see us. They see it. And they see, ooh, I hope they don't find out sometime that they're great. Because if they find out, that changes the narrative of what I'm trying to have going on in my life. Hey, have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Listen, did you hear what I said to you? Sometimes people want you to need them to make them feel secure. Sometimes they want you to need them because you are feeding their very existence. And they don't want you to find out that you are great. But you sit here feeding them all of you, all of your energy. Oh, yeah, I need you. And oh, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, da. I ain't gonna stand on my own 2 feet. No, I don't deserve this. No, I don't deserve that. Come on, wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Once you see, I said it before in one of my videos, oh, taste and see that you are good. You ain't never gonna let nobody be a privy to you like that. You ain't never gonna just become a platter, just opening. Just take what you need from me, all the energy that you wants to get, all of that. Just go on and take whatever. I don't care because it's not mine anyway. I don't even deserve happiness. I don't even deserve to be fed. I don't even deserve to be loved. I don't even deserve to be acknowledged. I don't even deserve any of this. So whatever, take what you will. We become a voluntary buffet of energy for people. I said it, a buffet for people, just letting them eat on our energy and take our energy because we unhealed. Why do I always talk about, please don't make decisions out of unhealed wounds? Because when you make decisions out of unhealed wounds, then you are susceptible to the enemy to come and eat you like prey. And they will sift you like wheat. And then you will be sitting there wondering who the heck you are, or are you? Who am I? I don't even remember anything about myself. I'm so confused. You become who they are. Because they eating on you, feasting on you, feasting on you, feasting on you. Now, let me tell you something. You can't get mad at them feasting on you. You gave yourself to them because you didn't feel like you deserved anything else, because you were just so used to trauma. You were so used to pain. You were used to being a victim, so you decided to stay one. And they said, great, come on then. I'll go on and have me a nice little drink. Thanks, because I was thirsty and you gave me some nourishment. Oh, you gonna give me some more? You cool. You mean I don't have to treat you right or do nothing? Okay. All right, you don't want nothing from me? I'll give you a little bit of something. You want a little bit of drink of yourself? Because I'll give you a little bit of drink of yourself if you like to. Come on now. Listen, never again. Never again. The Bible talks about throwing the pearls out to the swine. That's what that's about. Giving yourself away, something that is precious. And you gave it away just because you didn't know you were precious. But that moment when your heart space tells you, baby, this don't feel good, do it. Baby, ain't you tired of crying all night long? Baby, aren't you tired of wanting to be loved? Baby, aren't you tired of being overlooked? Baby, aren't you tired of all of that? Baby, come here. There's more to you than just this. Baby, aren't you tired of waiting for other people to make you feel good about you when you know they ain't gonna do it, baby? Ain't you tired of that, baby? When you gonna choose yourself, baby? When are you going to say enough is enough? When are you just gonna say, well, let me just sit back for a minute. Wait a minute. My heart is beating. Wait a minute, I'm actually alive? Wait a minute, oh, I just got a beautiful thought about myself. Wait a minute, I love my eyes are pretty. Wait a minute, you know, my lips, my nose is big, but my lips are this, but it's an asset of me. It's so beautiful. I am well made. I love my skin complexion. Wait a minute, I created something beautiful. Wait a minute, I love my hair. Wait a minute, I'm smart. Wait a minute, Spirit, you're speaking to me. Wait a minute, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because you gave yourself a chance to fly. You gave yourself to free yourself from that cage. You gave yourself a chance to not be defined by how people treat you. You gave yourself a chance. You gave yourself a chance. You didn't take their words as being who you are. You said, wait a minute, I can reject that if it is not in direct alignment with what's in my heart. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm allowed to say this doesn't feel good. I'm allowed to say all of those things. I can say that because at the end of the day, I'm going to die if I don't say it, because you going to motherfucking suck me dry and I'm taking my life back. I'm taking my life back. I'm taking it back. So why not you? Why not you? Daisha, why not you? Yes, you went through all kinds of shit that we ain't gonna talk about. I talked about it too much on this channel, on these live videos, all the things I've experienced. Why not you, Daisha? It had to be you, baby. Because baby, the strength that you have within inside of you, you have the ability to walk alone when you need to walk alone. So you can learn something new. So you can change the dynamic of the narrative that has been happening for years upon years upon years upon years upon years of everyone who has ever abused you and done you wrong. You have the ability to see it differently. You have the ability to change the perspective, which is a miracle. And you can say, no, not on my watch, baby. We're done. And everybody who comes, everyone who comes behind me, they are going to be able to see it from my perspective. So why not me? Yeah, it's been hard. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. I've been misunderstood so many times in my life. I've been talked about so many times in my life. I've given my heart to people so many times in my life, and people have trampled over it, and people have said blah, blah, blah. People have talked about me ill will. I've been myself to the greatest part that I've known how, and people said, you can't do that. You better calm down. You can't be who you are. I did everything. And listen, oh, am I doing too much? Oh, am I shit? Trying to put myself in this box for way too long. But it was never their fault that I decided to listen to what they told me to do. It was always my fault because I decided not to make the decision to choose me and say, I don't care if you do talk about me. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you what, if you are who you are, people going to talk about you. If you who you ain't, being fake, people still gonna talk about you and still treat you bad. So you might as well be who you are. You might as well authentically be who you are, because I'm telling you right now, either way, the outcome gonna still be the same. One way may be a little prolonged and you may be able to sit in fake love for years upon years, and then one may be really quick. Oh no, you ain't, I ain't doing that. And you choose right away. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna be a journey that you gonna have to go through. So you might as well be who you are, and whoever's supposed to be with you is going to be with you. At the end of the day, it is always going to be that way. We always want things to last forever. Everything is not going to last forever. It does not work that way. We're here to teach each other. We are here to show each other what love is about. And sometimes that starts out through showing each other scars and hurt and pain. But once you heal through that thing, you will be able to see something about yourself that you didn't even know existed. Do you understand? There is something special about you that you just don't see because you haven't given yourself a chance, because all of the thoughts outside you are telling you that you are not special. I am here to tell you right now that you are special. special. Stop saying, why not me? And start saying, I am grateful that I was chosen as being the one to be it, because I see something different. I am going to explore this world and see something different about myself and everybody else in my life, because it is never, ever, 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 ever about others. It's always about you and your elevation. So be great, be amazing. Don't be mad about different things that don't turn out the way that you want them to be, because it's not supposed to. It was never designed that way. But when you are in a true state of healing, a true state of having an open heart, anything that ever ends, you are always going to see the beauty in that thing. And mostly, you should be seeing the beauty of yourself in that thing and how you grew. And if you can see the beauty in yourself, that means you can save space and love anybody and everything else that was attached to that situation, because it's about choosing you. It is about understanding that you have the key, and you have always had the key to that bird cage. You just decided not to use the key. You just threw it down the drain and lost it. But once you realize that the gate, that the cage is open and that you can fly, you won't ever get back in the cage again. I love every last person who is under the sound of my voice at this very moment. And I love every last person who will be under the sound of my voice through this replay. I pray that all is well for you, that you do not take life personal in the fact of being mad and feeling like a victim and all of this anymore. Don't do it. Stop validating your pain. Well, I'm in pain because they did this and they did that. No, it is not about that. Stop validating your pain, because that's just a higher form of victimhood. Release it. Look at it. Say, this is why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. You know what? That's okay, because there's something greater for me. I don't have to see what's coming 1,000 miles away from here. I don't have to see what's going on tomorrow, what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't have to know how it's going to happen. I just know right now I have chosen myself. And just because I chose myself, that feels good by itself, because yesterday I didn't even choose myself at all. So I am grateful for the change of perspective, for understanding that I am special enough to stand on my own without any attachments and commitments to anything. For that very reason, I feel good in this very moment. I don't know what it's going to be like for my finances, my house, my relationships with people. I don't know what that is, but right now I choose me. If you are out here right now and you are finding yourself warring in your mind every single day with what your heart is telling you, I'm telling you right now today, under the sound of my voice and on this video, this very moment, give yourself an opportunity to say, I choose me, no matter what that looks like. Say it. I choose me, no matter what that looks like. And because I choose me, I know that I am protected. I know I am special, and I know that all things are going to work out for my greatest good. Because I chose me, I am protected, I am safe, I am secure, and I know that all things are working out for my greatest good. Help me, Spirit, God, you fill in the blanks of whoever that is for you. Help me to see what I don't know about myself. Help me to see the good things in myself that I do not yet know about myself. Help me to see the good things in me that I do not yet know about myself. Write that in the comments. Help me to see myself and the good things that I do not yet know about myself. Help me to see the things that are stopping me and blocking me from seeing these things about myself. Help me to accept letting go of those things that I no longer need, that will not allow me to choose myself. Help me to see those things. Help me to accept those things. Help me not to take it personally. Let me see it as a gift to me. There's nothing wrong with me. There's never been anything wrong with me. As a matter of fact, there has always been something special about me. And I am grateful for this moment that I am able to see me. I am grateful for this moment that I'm giving myself the opportunity to see something beautiful in me. This very moment is yours. Accept it. Take it. Do not give up on yourself. Do not allow the narrative of what's happened to you in your past and your innocent times as a child. Don't let relationships, people, places, and things, don't let failures, don't let any of those things tell you that that is who you are. You are not fear. You are not all of those bad things. That is just something that happened to you. It is detached from you. Realize that today. That is the past. Realize that this moment, it cannot stop you in this moment unless you give it permission to stop you. It cannot, your past cannot stop you unless you co-sign and sign and say you can. But if you change the narrative and you say, I do not co-sign to this energy in my life, say it on paper. Say it out loud. However you do it, just say it. I don't co-sign to this anymore. I don't have to, because it is not happening to me now. We are supposed to live in the now moment. We are supposed to embrace the now moment. We are not supposed to embrace the past. The past is a gift to us, but it's not attached to us. It is a gift to help us see our scars so that we can then heal them, so that we can live in the total, complete opposite of that thing. If you lived in fear, abuse, trauma, and all of that, there is a such thing of not experiencing any of that at all and experiencing nothing but love. Someone loving you, someone caring about you, someone wanting to hold you, someone wanting to say, good night, I love you, you are special, and everything about you is beautiful. There is a contrast to that. Don't think that it's not because you only see this. Give yourself an opportunity to see that you are not attached to that bad experience. You just experienced it. It was just a moment. It was just something that happened, but it does not have to be the demise. It does not have to be the end all be all for your life. Give yourself a chance. And when you give yourself a chance, you're going to realize that that person who says, oh, I love you and you are so beautiful and everything's amazing about you is going to be you at first. It's going to start with you. And you're going to say, man, I never loved myself like this before. And it feels good. It's okay just being with me. And when you're okay with just being with you, then you can surround yourself with people, places, and things that are just vibrating naturally and organically. Nothing is push. Nothing is pride. Nothing is none of that. You should not be in a state where you are asking someone to love you. That shouldn't be your thought process every day. You shouldn't be looking for love outside of yourself at all. And when something outside of you loves you, the trees, the moon, the rain, God, people, places, and things, when they love you back, it feels so amazing. Give yourself a chance. Stop looking for that love outside of you first. And if you can't even find it because you don't know what it feels like, listen, I get it. I didn't know what it meant to love myself at all because I have never had anybody authentically love just Daisha. Yes, I said it. Never. I felt like I never had it. Yes, there are people out there. Yes, but I'm talking about I always had an experience of I had to do this to get this. I just couldn't show up and be me. And hey. And so I always felt like I had to give up myself to receive something back. But there's nothing like understanding that you can just be who you are. And that God's just going to love on you, and you just sit on the porch and you say, Spirit, if I'm love, let the wind blow. Let me feel your love on my cheek through the wind, and you feel it. Spirit, if you are love, let me feel a raindrop. Touch me, Spirit. Nothing is like being loved from the Most High. Nothing is like feeling that from God itself. And once you can connect to that and realize that God has never left you nor forsaken. Oh, yes, here we go. When you can accept the love from God, and that is organic and natural, then you are going to be able to see the people who have been loved to you all this whole time, but you didn't know they were loved because you didn't know what love felt like from God. You didn't know what love felt like from your high self. So you couldn't see the love. People who are really, truly loving on you, you didn't even know what that looked like. You didn't know what it tastes like. You didn't know what it feels like. You didn't know any of that. Let me tell you, it is a beautiful thing when we can honor those who have been around us this whole time and say, man, I wanted it from here, but guess what? It's been from here this whole time. I love the song, the movie Love Jones. And one of the things she says, people don't even know love even when it's staring them in their face. You know why? But because people don't even know how to love themselves. They don't even know what love means for themselves. They don't even know what love feels like from God. Because so many of us have denounced even God itself. Because we have said, God, if you loved me, you wouldn't allow all of this abuse and all of these things to happen to me. You would not have allowed that. I'm a victim. Yes, I'm a victim because this happened to me. And God, you need to change it. I'm going to sit here writing this shit because you allowed it to happen to me. So you don't know love when it's staring at you in your face because all you do is say, I'm mad at you, God, so I don't accept no love from you, God. I don't accept nothing from you. You change it and you make it right. And all the while, Spirit is trying to change it and make it right for you by saying, well, beloved, this only happened to you because, I want you to see what it means to not be loved so much, to feel neglect, to feel rejection, to feel abuse, to feel all of these things. So the contrast of it too. You know what love feels like when you get it, but you won't have respect for this love because you ain't been through nothing. You ain't been through nothing, but when you go through something and that love comes, you do, oh my God, you don't even know how to accept it. You like, wait a minute, you love me? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Woo, my goodness. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance to love you. Give yourself a chance to love you, even if that's all the love that you get at this moment. Because we always think we need to get it from everybody else because it needs to be overflowing. It needs to be over the top. And we need to feel it everywhere. But I'm telling you, feel it from you first. And if you don't know what that feels like, you say, God, reveal to me what it feels like to feel love. Because I don't know what that feels like. I only know what it feels like to be unloved. See, we don't do enough asking. We don't ask. If you don't know what love feels like, then ask. Say, show me what it feels like, because I don't know. I had to say that. Because I did not know. I had no idea. So I need you to show me. And because I asked and I was direct with my asking, the universe then said, oh, sure, no problem. We've been waiting for you this whole time to ask us what love is really about. Instead of creating your own narrative about what love is, we've been asking you this whole time. We've been here waiting for you to ask us, actually. We've been waiting. Give yourself a chance. So instead of saying, why me? Say, why not me? And when you say, why not me? Then you're opening up the door for you to say, hell, why not me? I do deserve love. I do deserve to be loved, and I do deserve to love myself. I do deserve freedom. So, I give thanks. I love you all. Thank you for allowing me to share my heart with you and all of my vulnerability, everything that I am. Thank you for allowing me to show up here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know I don't need to say thank you, but I do say thank you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And I'm telling you, I believe in you. I believe in you. It took someone telling me that they believed in me for me to give myself a chance. So I'm going to tell you that I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. It's challenging right now, and this energy. That's because Age of Aquarius says authenticity is all we will accept. And that means you being authentic. And that means you not ignoring that in which you have chosen to ignore because you didn't want to look at the truth. So I wish I could tell you that you're not going to be experiencing turmoil. The truth is that you are, especially if you have not accepted your truth. So you can make the way harder for you by not accepting it, or you can just simply say, I am going to pause and sit right here, and I am going to be honest with myself. This does not feel good, but I accept it. I accept it because I know that in accepting this, I am going to be able to be freed. I am freeing myself to authentically live, and it's going to be so much easier. It's going to be free. It's going to be this peace. And I'm going to learn what peace is about. I'm going to learn what love is. I'm going to unpack all of those abusive thoughts. I'm going to unpack all of my definition of what all that's about, because honestly, I only know it from that narrative. But now I'm going to give myself to know a chance to know what it means from the real, true, divine narrative. And that, you know what? That's going to be a good thing to experience and to feel, because I've never gave myself the opportunity to feel it before. So hell yeah, I'm going to have fun. Hell yeah, I'm going to say, fuck it. Hell yeah, I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to do that. Hell yeah, I'm going to say, sure, I'll go out. Hell yeah, I'll go to dinner. Hell yeah, I'll travel around the world. Hell yeah, I'll buy this outfit. Hell yeah, I'll do this. Hell yeah, I'll jump from that plane. Hell yeah, I'll do whatever. You know why? Because I said hell yes to pain way too much. And right now, I ain't saying hell yes to pain no more. And you know what? I'm not going to allow anyone who encouraged me to say hell yes to pain still be a character in my life. It is what it is. Man, I feel good. I hope you feel good too. Because I hope during this live video, if you came in here with something that was weighing you down, that you just was open enough to listen. I made a post today. I said, we got to be open enough to have conversations. And speaking about with others, but open enough to have a conversation with yourself is what Spirit is talking about in this hour. Not with a closed heart. Because I also said in that post, Spirit told me, because if you go into a conversation with a closed heart, you're still going to walk away with the same perspective that you had before the conversation began, because you're going to be so busy trying to protect your heart, and you're not going to listen to what Spirit has to say. So go in with an open heart. To look at your stuff, to look at everything you're experiencing. Because if you go in with a closed heart, you gonna walk away feeling worse than you did before. So you might as well go in with an open heart and vulnerable and say, relax your shoulders and say, look, I'm here for it. What am I dealing with? What am I looking at right here? Versus going in on hard like you fighting something. You ain't gotta fight no more. Ain't nobody here to abuse you and hurt you. You abusing yourself. You done changed the role here. You done have people abuse you all your life, and you have changed roles. Instead of you being the person being abused, you are the abuser of self. Stop now. Stop the shenanigans. Stop it. Just stop. Because they ain't even in your face no more. And if they are in your face right now, you have the moment to walk away even in that situation. Stop it. Stop. I don't know why Spirit won't let me get off this live video today. I'm here for it though. I am here for it though. Stop being the abuser. People who hurt. They hurt others. And most times we are the first person we hurt. We hurt ourselves because someone hurt us. Stop being your abuser. You just changed roles. You took the whip and then you enslaved yourself. Yeah. No more. Stop. Stop. Purge yourself from that energy right now. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. You deserve more from you. You deserve more from you. I said it. You deserve more for you. The reason why you're giving it to yourself is because someone taught you that you meant nothing. Someone taught you that you meant absolutely nothing. And I'm going to abuse you. I'm not going to honor you. I'm not going to do any of that because you don't deserve nothing but what I'm giving you right now. And so what? You allow their narrative from their unhealed decisions continue to be your narrative. And you allowed it. Oh my God. You allowed yourself to continue to stay there. Yes, I'm talking to me too right now. I'm talking to me. I gave myself permission to not be happy because all of the abusers and all of the people in my life from my innocence told me that I was nothing. They told me to be quiet. They told me I'm going to touch you. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to call you out of your name. I'm going to do all of these things. And that is who you are. And so you sit in that. And I allowed myself to sit in it for years, even in adult relationships, even in jobs that I chose for myself. Everything, I allowed myself to sit in that same energy because I believed it. So I became them to me. Stop being your abuser to yourself. Stop it. They were treating you bad because they didn't know who they were. You ain't got to be saving space for them. You ain't got to go through all of that. You ain't got to let me learn to forgive them. No, don't go through that process yet. Just choose you is the first thing that you can do. The first thing you can do for yourself is today, this stops. Today, I am not going to allow myself to cycle and be in abusive relationships with anyone, even if that includes myself. Even if that includes myself, I'm talking about the subconscious mind. I'm talking about that little peon of a little friend who's hyper, your subconscious mind, who wants to keep reminding you of everything you've experienced. Oh, you better protect yourself. Here come another motherfucker who gonna try to abuse you. Yep, you better have a closed heart. They gonna do what they did to you way back in the day. Daisha, you don't remember when you was 5 years old and they did this to you? Daisha, you don't remember that? You better not have a relationship with this person. You better see that they here to hurt you, girl. You better stop. Subconscious mind has it stores all of our memories, and then we have relationships with people out of our memories, and then we wonder why we can't have healthy relationships because we steady having relationships with people based off of our memories, which means it could be a whole brand new person in your life, but you are still seeing them as the person who originally hurt you way back in the day. Because your subconscious mind told you that they look like them, they smell like them, they are them. And even if it ain't them, guess who that person is? It could be your mere reflection of looking at you and you saying to you, repeating to you everything that they said to you. Yeah, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I got a big nose. Yeah, I'll never be anybody. Yeah, I'm not going to have them. I'm not going to, I don't need anybody to love me. I don't need any of that. But I'm just going to keep loving other people. Yeah, sure am. That's what I'm going to do. Because they said that to me. I thought that's how I was supposed to live. Do you not see? And so I was abusing myself. And I said, Daisha, stop. Baby, it's all right. Just stop. You don't have to no more, baby. You ain't got to protect your heart. I didn't even want to be vulnerable with myself. And you need vulnerability to even heal. Vulnerability is being real and standing in your truth. I didn't even want to be vulnerable with myself. I didn't even want to cry in a room where no one is around me. I didn't even want to do that. Why? Because I'm opening up my heart. Who's going to hurt me? Ain't nobody even around to hurt me. I didn't even want to be vulnerable with myself. And vulnerability is needed to even heal. So it was easier to skip along and bypass through all that. I ain't even going to pay attention to right now. I'll table that. We'll get back to that another time. Yep, I'll still be in this relationship that's not serving me. Yep, it don't even matter. Yep, I'll still be at this job that don't even serve me. Yep, that's cool. I'll still let people disrespect me. Yep, that's cool. At least I know how to deal with that because I always know how to deal with people disrespecting me because I'm resilient. I'm bold. I'm strong. I know how to do that. I'm a G with that. Hey, I'll take I'll take subpar. You can treat me just a little bit nice and that's enough for me. At least that's better than what they did. Yep, I'll accept it. Let's go. Yep, I'll commit. Yep, great. Then one day I had to say, honey, please. I'd rather be by myself. I'd rather not work this job. I'd rather not have all of these goods, all this stuff around me and all of that. I'd rather not have any of those things just to give myself the opportunity to be vulnerable and say, I'm hurting right now. I'm tired of living out of these unhealed wounds. And if that means that I need to change the narrative with everybody in my life, then I don't have no choice because I am going to give myself a chance. That is what I'm going to do. You give yourself a chance. I love you. And on that note, I'm out. Peace.